Draymond Green, Money 23 Green. So this guy, he came out, he had his uh, suspension, his 12 game suspension. Even he talked about in the previous video that came to a close, and he was going to get back to the court and at least help the Golden State Warriors win basketball games. So Draymond Green, he spoke about his suspension, retirement, and Steve Kerr's visit. So he mentioned that the visit with Steve Kerr and that conversation that they had was quite an emotional one, and it was one that he also just shared when he came up in his podcast, and also even in his conversation with Adam Silver, things got so serious that even though Devon Green was just contemplating retiring, I don't think that that was the right move for his career right now, because he still has a lot left in the tank. He's like 33. He's about 33 years old. So, and he's also deep within a max contract. So him retiring right now wouldn't have been a good look, especially given the fact that this guy still has a lot of basketball to offer. And doesn't matter the team performance right now. Looking at the way this man is, he just needs to change up a little bit, because he has to change up like how he reacts to plays, because right now, following these two hefty suspensions that he's had, like this one that he had, he lost north of like 1.8 million, which in the Warriors books is a good thing, because now they can be able to use one of their mid-level exceptions to sign a player if they need to. So the whole Draymond Green situation has been somewhat of a confusing and messy one, because on one hand you just feel like, this player has so much potential, as much as his game, some people might say it's on a decline, but looking at the way this man is, the way he has been carrying himself, it has not been the greatest, especially in regards to like the team, even in the NBA code of conduct. Looking at the way he reacts to basketball plays, he has had a couple of stints where he has not had the greatest basketball, etiquette. I can say, if you might say so, etiquette when it comes to playing games. You can see he choked out Rudy Gobert. He got suspended for about 5 games. Then he pistol whipped Yusuf Nurkic like that when he was turning around. Even I made a video talking about like the suspensions. Even one thing that I was afraid of is this guy just repeating the same thing, and repeated it. And right now, even with his coming back, even with like Adam Silver telling him not to retire and just come back to the sport, a lot of things are going to change. And I feel like the player, Draymond Green, he won't be able to get away with any play that he's going to make of that nature, because any slight thing, even if he taps the wrist or even the hand of another player, this the severity, or even like how the referees are going to like look at him and his game, it's just going to be so severe, because they're just going to be very keen on, and they're going to be monitoring like whatever he does on the court. If he says something wrong, say that technical. If he says something that is even light, or even if he likes, flexes or does something, the NBA will just be on him like that, because he has made it like that. And I must say, directly it affects him, but indirectly it also affects the other NBA players, because if he is able to do that, and the other players are catching on and looking at, oh, this guy can be able to do this, let me try to do this. When he encourages that culture just spreads out. And looking at the way a lot of old heads keep saying like the game is soft, you could see that energy that Draymond Green has, and when it blows over to like even the other young players that are getting into the league, they are going to continue and carry on with that same thing. And it's not a fact of just playing and you look like you're being soft or anything. It's all about just respecting the game and just playing the game as it is. If people want to go and play in a haphazard way and have non-basketball moves like that, you better go watch another sport like MMA or boxing. If you want to see people fight, go watch MMA or boxing. MMA 365, you can watch boxing from all the weight classes. You can see people fight, because when people come to watch a basketball game, they've come to watch players hoop. That's it. We're not coming here to watch a fight. And hopefully the NBA is able to just regulate on Draymond Green's activities moving forward, because if it happens again, well, this whole discussion, when it happens again, what's the framework that they're going to use? So that's one thing that is needed to be stipulated. Even if with even with the Draymond Green like talk, the way he came out and just said, he was contemplating retirement. Adam Silver convinced him not to. We had Steve Kerr, his conversation with him. So I expect even like the NBA to come out with a statement and explain what they saw there, because I know the suspension came to a close and they're just going to like continue and carry on as if it's normal. So even during this off season, as the finals of this year comes to a close, I know for some odd reason they're going to bring in like a somewhat of a rule change, and I can call it even the Draymond Green rule, like something like that. So hopefully it doesn't come to that, and hopefully this man just learns to just play basketball in a clean way and just have not and no, not even not but no erratic plays like that. So yeah, that's what I got to say about Draymond Green. So if you guys like the video, make sure you leave your feedback down in the comments on what you think, and I'm out. Peace.